I've become very interested in media and suicide because we know that one of the things that we can do to prevent suicide at a population level is to explain to the media how to report in a responsible way. One of the problems we had in Canada is that we had journalists who said that there really isn't good evidence for contagion. And in fact, that wasn't correct. It's been seen in Austria and Australia, where it's been very carefully looked at by a couple of my mentors through the AFSP, Jane Purkis and Thomas Niederkrotenthaler. But in fact, there's more than 100 studies around the world, most of which show this contagion phenomenon. And we felt that it was very important to study that in Canada so that we could inform our local journalists. Social media is a difficult one to change. And so I think what a lot of us in the area are trying to do is to help journalists find ways of sending appropriate messages to the whole community, which then hopefully get propagated in social media, because we know that things that appear in mainstream newspapers and other reports actually have an influence on the way that things are talked about with social media. The media actually matter. I've had a lot of journalists who have come to me and said, well, people are on social media, nobody reads newspapers anymore, nobody pays attention to us. But in fact, these kinds of discussions, whether it's things that occur in newspapers or on television, they really have an impact. And that impact can be bad, but in large part it can actually be very positive. And so we've shown that statistically that it can have a positive impact. And so now what I think we need to do is a good job of translating that into making sure that newspapers and TV shows portray suicide in a way that will help and be healthy to the population. It turns out that although suicide can be contagious, resilience can also be contagious. And when we look at media reports that talk about people who thought about suicide but instead got help and got better, that actually rates across the population, the number of deaths that happen in a specific area go down. And we really, really want to encourage people to report in that kind of way.